Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're playing some, or I guess specifically Pontus is playing some interesting stuff. He's bringing a pile of cards. He can tell you more about it.
So apparently I've been on too long of a win streak, so we have to end it. So Mons did a video where he went through and analyzed the win streak, and then he made a deck in the comments. And this is what you people have brought up on me. I do have some good cards. I do have like some Eldritch Evolution, some actual dorks that have some mana. I have Blacker Lotus, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, I do have some duds as well, like the Thieves Auction, the Trigger Happy might get to do something, but I don't think so. The Radiate, the One with Nothing, Scare from Resistance. There's some duds in here too, I'm not gonna lie. But hopefully I'll get to do something. And if I win again, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe I'm just too good. Yeah, I do have Niv Mizzet and Curiosity, but except for that, it's basically just combat damage, I think. Blightsteel Colossus could be seen as a one-card combo, I guess, maybe, but it's like, no. Can also win with Divine Intervention, you know? If you end the game with Divine Intervention, you won the game, right? Come on. I also have an Agila, so just combat until someone dies, maybe gets there.
I am playing Ivy, Grifo Spell Thief, Simic, Infinite Mana Shenanigans, Draw Your Deck. I played in Mox Masters this weekend, and this was one of the decks that made it into top 16. And I'm trying to figure out how exactly it did that and how it got there. But basically it seems as though I'm just casting a bunch of cantrips that target my dorks and stuff, drawing a bunch of cards, making infinite mana through Hullbreaker Horror, and then either ending it with a big finale of Devastation or milling out my opponents with Drown in Dreams, an instant. Mostly I'm just trying to figure out how the ever-loving heck this deck went so far.
Me, I'm playing Magar. Is a deck that I think is pretty mediocre. I've actually done some videos explaining why this commander struggles and why it doesn't really get that far, but if Pontus is playing something really suboptimal, I might have a chance to get this thing to shine. Honestly, I just want it to work and I want it to flow, so this might be the game where the power level is lower, so it might have some chance of actually shining at the very least. That's what I'm doing. Rakdos Control!
Today I will be playing Timmy's Delight with Svella the Ice Shaper. It plays all the big dumb red and green hits that you know over the years. It's got dragons, it's got Eldrazi's. It has a convoluted 5-card infinite combo. You use Karmetra's Acolyte with enough devotion, Timber Sabertooth, and Hyrax Tower Scout. So you make infinite mana that way. And then you dump it into Svella to get Makeshift Munitions, which is an enchantment that says you can sacrifice an artifact to deal 1 damage to any target. So once you have your infinite mana and infinite untap steps, you make infinite ice monoliths with your commander, and then she uses those ice monoliths to throw it at her opponents and kill them.
Wait, why don't you add Great Oak Guardian to this deck?
Because we are playing bad cards.
Ah, I forgot.
Yeah, I dumbed it down. I used to have like the Kiki Jiki Hyrax Tower Scout, but people got upset about that. So I made it so it'll like the combo had to be like this 5-card convoluted things, and people usually don't get upset about that.
Yeah, people Pontus needs a chance here. Like, we can't bring in the evil stuff, right? And with that, I think we're ready to look at some opening hands.
This is the hand that we're bringing today into this game. Bunch of mana, turn 1 into Sylvan Library, which I feel is probably pretty good. We have some card draw. Hopefully we draw into combo pieces fairly quickly, or some more mana and some more card draw, and just do the Simic Value Engine thing. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
First 7, 0 lands. I do have the Sanctum Weaver, which I think will be very key for me to make do anything, but 0 lands doesn't help that plan. Go to 6-7. I have 1 land. It's a good land, but not the second land, and no action. Go to 6. 3 lands. A turn 1, 2 plays turn 1. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I can hope for much better than this. Actually, Possibility Storm is really spicy. I might just hold back both Ornithopter and Bogle until Possibility Storm is in play, and then hopefully flip into something. I think that's honestly a pretty good play. I just need to be careful when fetching, because I know I don't have that many targets, but Forest are the one land type I actually have a few off. So yeah, this hand is interesting, might even good, but yeah, I'm leaning very hard on this here Possibility Storm.
Alright, so we have a turn 1 Ragavan. I like that. Then we have a turn 2 Dragon Raid Channeler, and we could do Human with the Ragavan Treasure Mana, but we could also do turn 2 Magara with the Periodic Ritual, and then Dragon Raid Channeler, and skip the Human. We just need to find our dual cost mage and we have the win, so we could absolutely see better hands, but this is definitely a keep. This is the hand that will perform a game, so to say.
That is not good enough, so we're gonna go for our second 7. I mean, we got turn 2 Sylvan Library, we have Cradle, we have Shared Summonings, but I think we can do better. Let's go down to 6. Uh-oh. Alright, well, this is our... I'm down to 4.
I will draw, and then I will play a Mana Crypt. Then I will cast a Mana Crypt. Sorry, I meant I will play a Tropical Island and then cast a Mana Crypt. I will then tap this here Mana Crypt for a Talisman of Curiosity. Then I will tap 2 whole manas and cast a Sylvan Tutor, Sylvan Library. Sorry, I don't play with green cards. And if the library is good, I would like to pass my turn.
That's a pretty good start.
Draw for turn. That draw is amazing. Land for turn will be a Volcanic Island. I'll tap it to cast a Mana Vault. And if that's okay, I'll pass the turn.
I'm gonna untap and draw a card. Nice! I'm gonna play this Badland. I'm gonna tap that and cast a Ragavan, Nimble Pilferer. And then I'm gonna cast this Mana Crypt and pass the turn.
Right, let's draw a good one. That is actually not bad. So we're gonna play a Snow-Covered Forest for a Soul Ring. We're gonna tap that for an Arcane Signet. We have 2 cards in hand. I'll pass the turn.
I will go to my turn on top. Roll for Crypt, Other. I don't take damage. I will draw a card, then I will trigger Sylvan Library and draw 2 more cards. I will take 8. Just gotta filter the top. Just gotta filter the top. I would like to ouch myself for 1 and cast Ivy. And if that's okay, I will pass.
Take my turn. Holy, it looks like I'm actually running lands in this deck. That's crazy. Play a City of Brass, land for turn. I don't even have to fetch my lands. I wasn't really brave enough to crack them because I don't know if I have hits. Tap 3 or 5 for a Possibility Storm. So Possibility Storm says that whenever a player casts a spell from their hand, they will flip cards from the top of the library until they hit a spell with the same spell type, and they will cast that one instead, and then shuffle all the exiled cards and the first card cast onto the bottom of the library. This means that I might actually flip into my expensive, never castable cards if I cast things.
Aren't this...
It also means that...
Sorry, carry on. I just realized there's like Ullamogs everywhere in this pod.
Yeah! That's actually pretty good, right?
Jordan, don't you have that too?
Yeah, we can work together here. This is great.
I know.
Is Possibility Storm okay?
I passed too.
Okay, then I will cast the Ornithopter. Trigger Possibility Storm.
In response to the Possibility Storm trigger, I am going to cast a Subtlety. Yeah, I exile this. This goes into exile as well. And then I start flipping until I hit a creature. Elvish Spirit Guide.
Look at that!
What value? Oh, Christ.
Back to Possibility Storm trigger. I am going to flash in an Endurance, pitching Noctis Revival. Trigger Possibility Storm. There we go. Finally some good hits. Get in the Displacer Kitten.
I pass on Displacer Kitten.
Yeah, me too. Can I finally do my flips?
Just go ahead.
Okay, let's go. Flip Scroll Rack. That's not as good as I was hoping, but it's something.
It's still a 0 mana cost Scroll Rack, by the way. Actually, Scroll Rack is pretty good here because you can manipulate what's gonna be on top of your deck here. So if you have something super expensive in your hand, Scroll Rack can help you cast that for free.
Yeah, but I don't. I'll pass the turn.
So I will untap and draw a card. I'm gonna play this Polluted Delta land drop.
So we know we need to deal with that Displacer Kitten, right? Because it's going to make 2 mana per spell he casts.
I know.
Yes, and then you're right. And then I'll put a Finale on the stack, exile it, get a cantrip, and give my creature +0/+1 and draw a card. And then I'll pass turn, and I'll do that 6 turns over until
You're
I
still a
flip into a
Storm
win
deck
con.
with mana, dude.
Here's the thing, Pontus. I absolutely agree with you. Killing the Possibility Storm is, or not, killing the
No.
Displacer Kitten.
Kill the Displacer Kitten. I need the Possibility Storm.
I
dude.
don't know. I don't care. Like, but the problem here, Pontus, is that everything I do is gonna be random. So I'm just gonna cast things and see what happens. So it doesn't really like
That's
strategic politics doesn't really matter right now. You created this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, by the way, try to resolve a removal spell. Go ahead, man.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
Yeah, just cast any instant and hit the removal spell. Easy. easy.
You're right. You're
Trusting
right.
you, Mons.
You're right, dog.
So let's begin by going to combat. Pontus, I'm hitting you for 2 with my Ragavan.
Okay, no vlogs. Take 2. I'll flip a saw in half. Oh, damn it. That's actually good.
That's actually solving the problem, right? No, it doesn't. It actually duplicates the displacer kitten.
Yeah, duplicates the displacer kitten.
But we're gonna tap this for red, tap this, and cast. Let's go. Pyretic Ritual, which is gonna be possibility stormed into a Cooling the Weak. I sacrifice a creature. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to do that, so they will go to the bottom. That was great. Not. I will sacrifice the Polluted Delta. I will shock into play a Blood Crypt. I will tap that for a red and cast Dragon Rage Channeler. Possibility Storm! Pyroclasm. Oh, that would have been great. The land. Dread Horde Arcanist. The rest goes to the bottom of the library. Get it with Dragon Rage Channeler. And I'm passing the turn here. Go for it.
Okay, let's see what we can do. Crack this Arid Mesa for a Taiga. We'll just cast our commander Spella. And with that, I will pass the turn.
Go to my turn, roll for a crypt before. Draw card, triggers, Sylvan Library. Beginning of my draw step, 2 more cards. I'll take another 8. We roll. I will then proceed to cast a Mox Amber. I'm gonna start flipping an artifact. Oh, I get this Mopal. So these all go to the bottom. Displacer Kitten, I guess. I'll tap my Mana Crypt and then I'll flicker it. So I have 2 colorless floating. A colorless, cast a Soul Ring, trigger Possibility Storm, get a Chrome Mox play. Trigger Kitten, tap this for 2, flicker this. Chrome Mox ETB, I'm gonna imprint this Fleeting Distraction under. And then I'm gonna tap for a blue and I'm gonna put a Ponder on the stack, trigger Possibility Storm. Green Suns. Yeah, I don't think I played Dryad Arbor. No, I do play Dryad Arbor. Great, okay. So I'll cast that for 0. Dryad Arbor. Trigger Kitten, tap this for 2. Tap, 5, Hullbreaker Horror. Trigger Possibility Storm. Start flipping. Get a Fimage. It can enter as a copy of Displacer Kitten. I will flicker my Mopal. Cast a Ristic Study. Put this Carpet of Flowers in play. Trigger Displacer Kitten. Do my Mox. Trigger, flicker my Talisman. After that, small turn. I guess I'll hit Pontus for 4, because you don't have any creatures, right? I hit you for 6. Done.
No blocks, take 6.
And then I will pass my turn.
Take my turn. I will tap this land to... Oh, this is stats. I take damage in draw step. I will cast a Slippery Bogle. Trigger Possibility Storm. I will exile and hit a Questing Beast. Misty Rainforest and fetch. Finding a forest. Yeah, activate Scroll Rack.
Oh, so yeah, you are the problem. You have a scroll rack with a Possibility Storm. That's kind of cracked.
Dude, look at your board. Look at the other players' decks. I'm not the problem. I will put 2 cards on top of my library and draw 2. Draw 2. Really? I hate this game. Why is that the cards on top when I hit Questing Beast?
It sounds like he has a big bomb in his hand right now.
I'll just pass the turn.
Untap and draw a card. Combat. My Ragavan is attacking at you, Anis. 2-1 coming your way. Dryad Arbor is dead. Boom, die. We're gonna cast Human by tapping 2 black. However, Possibility Storm, Forest, or land. Lots of lands are going away. We're casting Fateless Looting, apparently instead. So these go to the bottom of the library, and I will draw 2. And I will discard 1, 2. And then I'm gonna pass the turn. So I actually drew into my combo. I have dual cast mage and I have twin flame. I don't have the mana for it, but I also have a problem. I can't do it because there's a Possibility Storm in play. So apparently Anis is currently trying to kill Pontus. And if Anis doesn't win and pass turn, it goes to me. If I have the mana, I might actually win this match. But it's like, hard to get there.
Let's go. That's like the last thing I'd want to draw right now. Tap 3 and make a Mana Rock with my commander. And then we are going to tap 3 and cast a Battle Mage Bracers and trigger Possibility Storm. Okay, I guess we get a Chrome Mox. And we're not going to cast it. I'll pass the turn.
I'll make a blue off the carpet. 7 mana, Seagate Restoration, trigger Displacer Kit. Trigger Displacer Kitten, trigger Possibility Storm. Start flipping until I hit a sorcery. For 0.
Great hit. Amazing hit.
Yeah.
7 mana, nothing. Literally, actually.
Dryad Arbor. Actually, no. Dryad Arbor is in my graveyard. Boom. That's amazing. Yeah, I bring it back.
What? You can... No, you can bring it back from the...
Finale of Devastation. Seeing big brain, man. I know what my cards do.
My god.
This is
The
why
value.
I blocked. This is why I blocked. It was a free block.
It's still a 7-mana Dryad Arbor.
Yeah, but it killed your Ragavan. And in this game state,
True.
I think it's huge.
Might be.
And then I think from there, I'm just gonna pass my... Actually, no, I'm gonna flicker my Mopal. And then I'm gonna pass my turn.
Take my turn. Draw a card. Take a damage from Mana Vault. Playing Scalding Tarn. Land for turn. And fetch. I'll shock in a Sacred Foundry. Then I will tap a Forest to activate Skullrack. Putting these 2 cards on top and drawing 2.
I actually think this is scary.
So I've drawn 2 cards, put 2 cards back on top. I will pay 3 to cast this Yi-Sam. Trigger Possibility Storm. I'll flip into this Ur Dragon. Okay, then I'll go to combat.
This is honestly scary.
It's still random. It's fine.
Now, this is not random, Pontus. This is not random. This is programmed. Scroll Rex, Possibility Storm.
The upcoming
not
things
random.
will be though. It's fine, Mods. You can be safe. I have 1 card in hand. I have now Red Questing Beasts, and now it can actually attack. So attack Anis with it. It's a 4/4 and cannot be blocked with creatures with 2 or less power.
Yeah, I take 4 damage.
And then I will pass the turn.
I mean, we're just gonna sit there and cast random things until we hit something good. So tap this, cast a Cabal Ritual, that's an instant. Let's start to flip. Oh, peer into the abyss! I'm casting
Bullets dodged.
It would dodge. You guys dodged that bullet. So sad thing is that I cast instant. I flip sorcery, so I'm not casting peer. I keep digging. Land, face breaker, duder. Oh, Grim Tutor. That would have been useless. Ah, there we go. Pyroblast. That's a thing. Oh, look at that dragon! It's blue! We're gonna kill the dragon.
Ur Dragon stands.
So we were a tiny bit lucky there, being able to kill the big Papa Dragon. Then with our remaining colors, we're gonna tap this for red and cast a Dockside! Let's start flipping into a creature at the random. I don't really have that big creatures in here. It's just gonna be something mediocre. Filth! So I flip into Filth. This is a creature that if it is in the graveyard, all creatures have Swamp Walk. Swamp Walk actually doesn't do anything currently because no one actually controls any swamp besides me. But still, pretty good if people control swamps. There's an Urborg in this deck, so might get there. Regardless, combat, we're attacking with Dread Horde Arcanist. And we're gonna cast Lightning Bolt from the graveyard, targeting the Phantasmal Image. This is gonna force the Phantasmal Image to be sacrificed. Go away. And then I pass the turn.
Okay, we are going to tap 6 mana, and we are going to cast Kugla. Okay, that's nice. Ancient Copper Dragon.
Pretty good one. Your commander is a mana sink, right?
Yes.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Now, to be fair, Kugla costs 6 mana, this costs 6 mana. It's pretty fair.
But I want to point out the current game state where I'm dying to a questing beast. I can't do anything. I might look like I am obscenely ahead. I am not. The person who's actually ahead now is Jordan, because if he gets a trigger and on average you get like 11 treasures and he gets to activate his commander's mana sink ability and gets to cast 4 things for free.
No, just 1 thing.
Oh, sorry. Gets to cast 1 thing for free out of his top 4 and he's running like Eldrazi Titans and that goes around Possibility Storm. We're all screwed.
I'm gonna say the exact same thing I told Pontus. Everything I do is random. Like, I'm just sitting here and trying to interact, but I'm flipping into interaction at random here. So I might get there, I might not get there. We will see. I was able to kill 1 dragon, but yeah, it's hard now.
I have a Ancient Copper Dragon. I am sitting pretty, and I will pass the turn.
Go to my turn, draw a card. Library. I'm gonna put these 2 back in this order.
You know, library is actually pretty amazing with Possibility Storm 2, you know.
Yeah, I can sort of do this same thing-ish. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass my turn.
Take my turn. Take damage to Mana Vault. I will tap 1 to activate Skullrack, putting those 2 back on top and drawing 2. Oh, that's the wrong order. Cast a Blacker Lotus. Trigger Possibility Storm. Sire, Thought-Lash, Helm of the Host. Cast Helm of the Host. Go to combat, and I'll actually attack Jordan for 4.
No blocks. Get out of here with your Death Touch.
Then I will pass my turn.
Untap and draw a card. I have interaction in the deck somewhere. Like I have a sorcery I can cast and just dig through here randomly. There's a problem though. Like sitting here and just casting interaction over and over isn't really gonna get me somewhere. My value is getting my commander into play. So even though people are like really ahead, like I have things to do before casting commander previously turns, but now I really think I need to get my commander into play and start to get my sorceries and instants from my graveyard into place to start to interact with the board state here and there. So we're just gonna let people do what they want to do now for a while and try to go for the longer game here, because this is getting to the longer game. And I don't think I'm the threat either. I think people are gonna prioritize Jordan, Annis, and Pontus way above me here. I'm gonna tap all my mana and cast my commander, Magar of the Magic Strings. And then I'm gonna pass the turn. Go for it, Jordan.
Alrighty, I will play a mountain. I will go to combat. Pontus, I'm going to attack you for 6.
No blocks, take 6.
Trigger Ancient Copper Dragon. Roll a 20-sided dice and get 5. It's not the worst.
It's definitely something of like the weaker result, but like still getting 5 treasures is pretty good. Like that's still good.
Yeah, I'm not upset about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and use a treasure and activate our commander and look at the top 4 and I can cast a spell from among them without paying its mana cost. We'll get this here, Woodland Bellower. Trigger Woodland Bellower. We'll get a Sylvan Safekeeper, and with that I will pass the turn.
End step, I would like to tap this, cast a Pongify, targeting, I don't know, Questing Beast. Trigger, show this Chain of Vapor. I'm gonna Chain of Vapor the Possibility Storm. 0 cards in hand, I'm probably dead, so I wanna do something on my last turn.
No response to the boring play. It goes to my hand. I will copy to bounce my mana vaults, and then you can go.
Alright, go to my turn, roll for Crypt. It's a 2, I'm fine. I'll keep 1, and then I'm gonna play Absolute Delta. I have no cards in hand. I'll pass my turn.
Take my turn. Tap 1 to cast this mana vault. Then I will ask Mons, can you help deal with Jordan at all if I don't recast the Possibility Storm?
Don't know. Don't think so. Honestly, I think I have a feeling Possibility Storm helps Jordan a tiny bit.
Doesn't feel that way so far.
Yeah, but he's the only one that's gonna be able to cast things, right?
I mean, it's up to you. You evaluate your attack with it against him.
I think recasting Possibility Storm now might be wrong. I'm not entirely sure. But I'll instead cast this Siphon Mind. Each other player discards a card, and I draw cards equal to the number of cards discarded this way.
I am discarding a Twin Flame.
I'll get rid of Deflecting Swap.
I will play a Valakut.
I approve of that land, my friend. I can clearly see that you currently have 2 mountains. Good.
Then I'll go to combat. Attack Jordan for 4. Okay, it dies. I will then pass the turn.
Untap and draw a card. I'm gonna go to combat with my Dreadhorde Arcanist at Jordan. On attack, I get to cast Fateless Looting for free without paying any mana cost. So I will draw 2, and I will discard 2, so I'm discarding Creator's Grasp and Diabolic Intent to the graveyard.
I take 1.
And then I pass the turn. Go for it, Jordan.
I will draw a card. I'll tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I will Entwine Tooth and Nail.
Yeah.
Here's a Tooth and Nail on stack. I'll activate Skull Rack in response. Drawing 3 cards. They don't do anything. And then it's up to Mons.
I am Rakdos. I Pasdos.
You do have Op Agent in the deck, come on.
I don't have Op Agent in my hand.
That's fair.
I'm gonna get Xenagos, God of Revels, and Ulamog, Infinite Gyre.
I thought we were gonna lose. Like Kiki. Oh yeah, we walked through it. You don't play the evil stuff.
No, it's just a big old Timmy deck.
This is still pretty like evil stuff. Like evil stuff though, right?
Alright, we're gonna go to combat. We're gonna trigger Xenagos on Ulamog, giving him a +10/+10 and haste. Ulamog is gonna come at Annis, Annihilator 4, and Ancient Copper Dragon is gonna come at Pontus.
Sure, Annihilator, Trigger, Alsac, Elvish, Dried Arbor, Carpet of Flowers, and yeah, come.
No blocks. Take 6.
I guess I'll block with my commander. Yeah.
Trigger on Ancient Copper Dragon. I rolled a 19.
Ah!
Wow,
Nice.
That's 19 treasures.
But we're gonna spend 8 right away and activate Svella. Well, that's kind of not good. But I am going to Kenrith's Transformation on Displacer Kitten. I will draw a card. to cast a Battle Mage Bracers, and I'll spend 2 treasures to equip it to Svella. Pass the turn.
Go to my turn, untap, roll for crypt, no damage. I'm gonna fetch enough, keep paying a life, grab an island, draw for turn, and then trigger the library. I'll keep a card, tap my island, cast a preordain. I'm gonna scry to those go to bottom, I draw a card. Guess I'll cast Ivy, and then I'm gonna pass.
Take my turn, take damage from Mana Vault. I will activate Scroll Rack, putting all 4 cards on top in that order. Draw 4. That's not great. I'll tap 2 to cast a Stormcrow, and then I'll pass turn.
In your end step, we're gonna activate Commander. I will create a token that will cast Diabolic Intent whenever it connects on face. Then I will untap and draw a card. So I will cast Lotus Petal. We're going to combat. We're attacking with my Diabolic Intent creature at Pontus.
No blocks, take 3.
This means I get to cast Diabolic Intent for free. I'm gonna sacrifice Filth, so all my creatures have Swamp Walk, which doesn't do anything. But I get to tutor. You know what? We're gonna find like the big thing. We're gonna find Ad Nauseam, casting that Ad Nauseam, paying 5 mana for it using my Lotus Petal here.
I have to do this for the viewers, Mons. There's no other way.
Don't. Don't.
I will mana tithe your Atlas.
Are you kidding with me? Who gave you that? Who gave you that? Who built this deck? Alright, so I don't have any response to a mana tithe. I don't have 1 mana to pay for mana tithe. So Ad Nauseam is counterspelled. I pass the turn. Go for it, Jordan.
I will play a Dryad Arbor as land for turn. Combat. Xenagos is going to trigger Ulamog, making him a 20/20. So yeah, Xenagos and Ancient Copper Dragon are coming at Pontus, and 20/20 Ulamog is coming at Honest. So trigger Annihilator.
I'll block Ulamog with my 3/3.
9 mana, and I'm going to activate Svella twice. We'll put Nyx Bloom Ancient into play off the first one, and we'll put Runic Armasaur into play off the other one. We'll pass the turn.
Draw a card, pass turn.
Go to my turn, take damage from Mana Vault, cast a Mystic Remora, activate Scroll Rack, putting these 2 on top, draw 2, and then pass.
So for some reason I wasn't annihilated, so I will untap and draw a card. So we are going to combat the first thing that we do. Diabolic Intent is attacking at Pontus because he doesn't have any blockers. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to get through and get to trigger its effect. So I want to try to kill you, Pontus, here.
I die.
So I want to cast Diabolic Intent for free, sacrificing this Dreadhorde Arcanist.
A few moments later.
So going through all of my potential options, there are like none. I can sort of deal with, or actually I can't really deal with that big indestructible creature. If it was not indestructible, I could almost kill it. But there's also a Sylvan Safekeeper, so I can't do that. I have a board wipe like a Pyroblast that will kill the Sylvan Safekeeper, but I still die to the Ulamog. So in the end I don't really have any options. I can't win either. I can find Annual Breach, but there's no way I can like make enough mana with the tiny graveyard that I currently have to cast Lotus Petal, to cast Ad Nauseam with Annual Breach from the graveyard. Can't do that. And I can't win with Infinite Combat Steps either because I don't have the mana and already gone to combat. But I should do something, I guess. So I will find a Jeska's Will and cast it, targeting Jordan. So I get 1 red mana, but I get to exile the top 3 cards. Can we? Wait, I have 1 red mana floating. I have Cooling the Weak. Oh, I'm so close. I'm lacking 2 mana. Jordan, if you had 2 more cards in your hand, I could have cast Undual Breach and potentially win here, but I can't. Guess I'm just gonna put them all in exile and pass the turn. Go for it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Old Gnawbones. Xenagos trigger on Old Gnawbones, giving him +7/+7 in haste. Ulamog is going to attack Mons, and everything else is going to come at Honest.
Sure, I take all the damage and I die.
I am going to Annihilate trigger 1, 2, 3, 4 and keep the Mana Crypt so I die faster and I concede.
Fair enough. Sometimes Timmies get there.